Namaste students. Today we are going to study about the transverse section of dicot leaf. So talking about the transverse section of dicot leaf, you have mainly these layers: the upper epidermis, the lower epidermis, and the mesophyll. In the mesophyll, you have two types of cells. One is palisade parenchyma. Next one is spongy parenchyma. Then you have the vascular system. So as here it is written, upper epidermis, mesophyll cells, vascular system and lower epidermis are present in the transverse section of dicot leaf. So first and foremost is the cuticle. It is the waxy covering. If you take a leaf and if you see, it will be shiny. Somewhat if the water is poured on the leaf also, it will fall down. This is because of this cuticle. Then under the cuticle you have the upper epidermis. So upper epidermis, here you have it contains closely packed rectangular cells. So it is also rectangular in shape, and in the outer wall it will be slightly curved, and here more or less the stomata is absent, or else it is less in number in the case of transverse section of dicot leaf. So it does not contain the chlorophyll. Next you have the layer called palisade tissue. So here there is no intercellular spaces. This palisade tissue, as you see here, it is elongated structures, elongated cells. It is made up of elongated cells, and it is one of the cell in the mesophyll, and it contains the chloroplast. It contains more chloroplast. Leaf is this place where the food is prepared. So it needs chlorophyll pigment, which is present in the chloroplast, and the chloroplast is present in this palisade tissue. Next you have the vascular bundle, where you have the xylem vessel marked there and the phloem vessels. So here in the towards the upper epidermis you can see the xylem vessels, and towards the lower epidermis you can see the phloem vessels. So together xylem and phloem makes the vascular tissue, and it is surrounded by parenchyma cells. So talking about the vascular bundle, it is conjoint, that is the xylem and phloem are joined together in the same radii, and collateral, and it does not have cambium cells, so it is closed type. Next you have the spongy tissue. Here it is more or less oval or circular in shape. It has more intercellular space between them. We can say it is irregular shape also. It is the next layer to the palisade tissue. So it is loosely arranged, that is the intercellular spaces are more. And this is also having more chloroplast. So this is substomatal chamber, where you have more gap there. So this is stomata. Stomata is present in the underside of the leaf. So you have many number of stomata here in the lower epidermis. This is a lower epidermis. So lower epidermis has cuticle as well as large number of stomata. Stomata helps in gaseous exchange. We have already seen the transverse section of dicot leaf. So just we'll have a short recap. See this picture. We have the cuticle, upper epidermis, palisade cells, vascular bundle, guard cells, lower epidermis, stomata and spongy parenchyma. So where it is exactly located, now you will have an idea. So this is the dorsiventral part of the leaf. So just a small recap. The internal structure of dicot leaf of mango. It consists of mainly three layers. One is the upper epidermis, middle layer is the mesophyll, and the lower epidermis. So upper epidermis, it has It is the outermost layer, single layer of parenchymatous cells without intercellular spaces. The outer wall is cuticularized, they say. That means it contains cuticle and less number of stomata are found. While in the case of lower epidermis, it is also single layer of parenchymatous cells with a thin cuticle. It contains numerous stomata, guard cells, and it also contains chloroplast. So, what is the role of stomata? It's because it's the exchange of gases and loss of water vapor. So, this is how the stomata helps the leaf cell. Then we'll have the mesophyll layer, that is, it is the tissue between the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis. So it contains the palisade parenchyma, spongy parenchyma and vascular bundle. Here first, palisade parenchyma, it is a elongated cells. So it found just below the epidermis. So it is elongated and more number of chloroplasts is present and they do not have intercellular spaces. And it also, because it contains chloroplast, it helps in photosynthesis. Next you can see the spongy parenchyma. It found below palisade parenchyma cells. So more or less the cells are spherical or oval in shape. It is irregularly arranged, have intercellular space between them, and it also helps in gaseous exchange. Talking about the vascular bundles in midrib is larger, conjoint, collateral and closed. Sheath of parenchymatous cells, that is, the cells arranged around the vascular bundle is parenchymatous type of cells and they are called as bundle sheath. Next is the xylem and the phloem. Xylem is lying towards the upper epidermis and phloem is lying towards the lower epidermis. That's it, children. Thank you.